Hey everybody, it's Rob Moffat. Guys, I take vitamin D supplements, cod liver oil, and the pills, and eat a lot of fish. But now that summer's here, I wanted to get vitamin D from the sun. And as a Floridian, I normally stay out of the sun. uh, but now that summer's here, and I'm reading a lot of reports about vitamin D, how healthy it is for you, and how it may even help with the virus. I thought to myself, what's the best way to optimize my vitamin D levels by the sun? And I found that the best thing to do is to find the ultraviolet index for my area. You can do that by just going to Google and plugging in your city. Let's say you live in Boston. Plug in Boston ultraviolet index or UV index, and you'll get something like Weather Network, and you'll have your UV index for the week divided up by the hours of the day. And these numbers here are the index numbers. The important thing to know is if the UV index is 3 or below, it's very difficult for your body to manufacture any vitamin D from the sunlight. Now, many people also claim that if you're trying to get vitamin D from the sun, it's better to be out in the sun when the UV index is a little bit higher and be there for much shorter periods of time. That way you don't spend a lot of time in the sun and you get your vitamin D and you get in, you get out. You don't spend a lot of time out there. You optimize the amount of time you spend in the sun. Now, I've had a really rainy day here today in the sunrise, Florida, a very sunny part of the country, and it would have been a very bad day for me to try to get any sunlight. But on a normal day here, now that it's approaching summertime, like 9 o'clock in the morning, I'm at almost 3. So if I have breakfast on the balcony, like 9:30 in the morning, I'm going to be like at 5, probably UV. So I can eat my breakfast for 10 or 15 minutes, and I can get my ultraviolet in and have my vitamin D for the week. Now, is that enough time? I found a site here by people who have a thing on multiple sclerosis, and they talk about how you only need 10 to 15 minutes 2 or 3 times a week because that'll manufacture 10 to 15,000 international units for each session you're out in the sun. This is based on a UV index of 7. They go into more detail here. If you have a light skin, 15 to 20 minutes with a UV index of 5, 10 to 15 minutes a UV index of 7, or 5 to 7 minutes with a UV index of 14 will give you the required amount for 3 times a week. So if you're trying to up your vitamin D levels, this is a way you could do it by checking the UV index for your location. I came across a website that broke down the amount of time for people of different races and ethnicities depending on how dark your skin is. Because I have a skin like, I don't even tan, I just burn. And so I'm at the bottom, or I actually manufacture the vitamin D quite easily because I can walk past a light bulb and start making some because but the darker, more skin you are, the longer amount of time you have to be out in the sun. But I don't have that link right now. If I find it, I'll leave it in the video description. That way I include everybody to see how long you have to be out in the sun to get your vitamin D. Because I am reading more and more good signs that maybe, now this is just a maybe, that people who have higher levels of vitamin D are less likely to have problems where they need to be hospitalized with the current virus that's going around. And also there's other studies to show the benefits of vitamin D for other things than the virus that are been proven in lab repeatedly. But when you do go out in the sun, you want to be careful with your eyes. You can get cataracts if you get too much sunlight. And you could put something over your face and your head. You don't want to get a lot of wrinkle. Just, yeah. I'm not going to tell you what to do. You're adults. You can figure this out. But you may have not realized about how precise the UV index was for your specific area and the amount of time you need to be out there. All right, guys, hope this was something helpful. And I put on new stuff every week. Been doing it for 13 years. Got over 800 videos and can't help myself. Got a bunch of cool people I feature in my playlist. Been doing it for a long time. And hope you all come back and watch more. Do stuff every week. And I got more information in the video description. Hope you check that out too. All right, guys. I'm Randall here. Take care and see you out there.